Hello, and welcome to the Think Moisturizer, Think Agenda podcast series coming to you live from Dermacon 2026, Bangalore. We are on day 3. This series is going to get some of the distinguished dermatologists across the country to decode the common skin care problems simply, scientifically, and without any hype. Today, we are going to focus on a very important topic, which is skin dryness and moisturization, because it affects every one of us at some point in time. Hello, I'm delighted to welcome Dr. Ashwini K.R., a consultant dermatologist from Bangalore. We are going to ask her on questions about our everyday skincare and not because we don't have information on it. In fact, we have an overload of information from all over the internet. But for us to know what to follow and what not to follow, we will need some expert guidance, and which is why we have Doctor with us in this session. So, Doctor, uh, we are seeing a lot of trends and things that are getting popular nowadays, right, on internet. One such thing that we are hearing nowadays very often is about the lipids in our skin and the skin barrier protection as such. So I wanted to understand what is the role of lipids in in having a healthy skin and having a moisturized skin. You can throw some light on that.
See, that is very important so that it forms a good barrier. What does the barrier mean? The like harmful things, they do not enter the skin,
Correct.
and good things like water and everything, they do not go out of the skin so easily. That's
Yeah.
a good barrier.
Correct.
So for that we need lipid layer very intact, and
Which we naturally have.
which we naturally have, but in many conditions we lack that.
Okay.
In conditions like cirrhosis, ichthyosis, we lack that. So restoring the lipid barrier is really important nowadays to prevent many skin disorders.
So so just speaking from what you're saying, in that case, does a normal skin type person also need a moisturizer in that case?
Of course, everybody needs a moisturizer because it's not that we are sitting inside the house all the time protected.
Absolutely.
We are moving around, we are exposed to the environment,
Absolutely.
we are losing a lot of water from our body.
Mm.
So definitely we need a moisturized skin. For that we need additional moisturizer.
Okay.
Externally, yes.
So in that case, from your clinical experience, because I'm sure you see so many patients, and there are a lot of patients who are in the younger lot who might be following so many trends that are there online. Right? They see a certain random influencer or a beauty enthusiast giving a review about some product. They might be following those advices from about skin from them as well. So if somebody is using something and probably is not working for them, or maybe not showing any damage right now on their skin, what are those few signs that one can see on their face and should stop doing anything wrong for their skin? Because my question, if I have to put it in a way, that is there any early sign that one can catch up on and just put a stop to whatever they are doing wrong, probably because they are not aware. There are a lot of people who end up because I've seen on the internet where even younger kids are using products with retinols and BHAs and PHAs. So what is that one thing? Because temporarily they might be feeling very good with whatever they are using.
Correct.
But is there any early signs which tells them that your skin is going towards damage?
Yeah, when it comes to retinols or any form of retinoids,
Hmm.
so the skin starts becoming sensitive to temperature,
Yeah.
water, or
Yeah.
just dryness.
Yeah.
There is a lot of flakiness, drying. That is the clue where they should stop, or probably take doctor's consultation regarding that.
Yeah.
Because we also explain them in a thorough way
Correct.
that how it has to be started,
Correct.
how should it be increased, the time should be increased, and the layering, everything
Correct.
needs to be taken care of. Otherwise, if they just start just because the influencer said that, that will definitely damage their skin.
Correct.
Many people end up with sensitive skin syndrome.
Correct.
And when it comes to moisturizer also, there is a trend called slugging, if you've heard. They just
Absolutely.
put a lot of Vaseline all over the face
Face.
and sleep, and that can cause comedogenic acne in many patients who are prone to
Correct.
develop that.
Correct.
So it doesn't suit everybody.
So I was actually going to ask you the next question as is there a term called as over moisturizing? Is there something like that? Does a concept like that exist?
There is nothing like over moisturization, wrong moisturization.
Wrong
Yeah,
moisturization.
you can say.
Yeah.
So moisturization is good, but
Yeah.
the right kind of moisturizer you should use.
Correct. So my next question to you is that which everyday habit do you think is silently damaging the skin barrier the most? Because there might be some everyday habits that one might be used to and might not feel that there's something off about it, but maybe that is something which is slowly damaging somebody's skin layer and they might be doing it without even realizing it. So is there anything that you can point out that
One is not using sunscreen.
yeah,
That's a major no.
yeah,
And another thing is like exfoliation on a daily basis.
oh,
That is not needed.
people
You're
exfoliate.
causing a lot of damage, micro damage to your skin. Physically exfoliating
So
your
you're
skin.
saying physical exfoliation people are doing?
People are doing. They're using scrubs and everything, which is not at all necessary. And in fact, most of us, the dermatologists, we do not support physical form of exfoliation.
Yeah.
We prefer chemical.
Mm.
Like we have AHAs, BHAs.
Yeah.
That too, not on a daily basis.
Correct.
Like weekly, twice, thrice should be enough according to the need.
Correct. So using those granular scrubs, you're saying
Not advisable.
not advisable at all. Because I think that is also part of something like a facial that happens in the salon. Just scrubbing is a
Correct.
thing which happens, but
And salon, one more thing they do, which is wrong, is those comedone extraction, which is supposed to be done by doctors
Mhm.
in doctor's clinic,
Mm.
but they just do it anyway.
yeah,
So they do not know the technique of comedone extraction.
Mm.
What do they call it? There is a term for that.
Mhm.
I don't know what is it, but it doesn't work that way.
blackhead removal.
Blackhead removal.
Yeah,
They just scrape it off
Yeah.
all over. That causes more damage. So that shouldn't be done.
I think because some of the things that doctor is saying are such eye openers for us because I think we all do these random things that hormones we do, but it's not advisable at all. Please see a board certified dermatologist who can help with these procedures as simple as comedone extraction. For the benefit of the viewers, comedone extraction is basically blackhead removal.
Blackhead and whitehead removal
Whitehead removal.
is
So,
done in a way where the patient skin is not harmed.
harmed.
Yeah.
I think it also leaves marks if it's not done
It's,
correctly.
usually doesn't. When it
Yeah.
is done properly, it doesn't
Yeah.
leave any mark.
Marks. Okay. Picking from what you said that doctors prefer chemical peels more. I mean they are better than the physical scrubs.
No, I'm not saying only peels.
Yeah.
Peels are done in doctor's clinic.
Yeah.
I'm also talking about face washes or even creams,
Okay.
salicylic acid, glycolic acid creams used once in a while on doctor's advice.
Yeah.
It's really good form of exfoliation.
Okay. So my question was that nowadays there is a lot of awareness about cosmetic procedures also like peels and lasers.
Correct.
And they have now kind of become mainstream therapies. People like I think 20 years back, facial was something which everyone would do going in a salon. And
Correct.
all. I think today peels and lasers have picked up the same pace, just like how a facial was at one
Correct.
point of time. So with so much awareness and people taking cosmetic procedures as a way to solve their issues, what is the role of moisturization post these procedures? Because we keep listening a lot about that sunscreen is a must post these procedures. Do you think moisturization also has a role?
Definitely. You need a good moisturizer which can soothe and calm your skin.
Hmm.
And on top of it, a good sunscreen is a must.
Yeah.
They both should go hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Yeah.
And one last question for you, doctor. With the new technology that is coming in, and I think technology is disrupting almost every other industry. And today we are kind of living in the AI age, to be very honest. There are so many tools that we have come across which helps in skin analysis, and AI has gone ahead even recommending products based on those analysis. What is your view on that? What do you see as the future of the skincare industry as such with AI coming in? Can both things coexist? Because I think my personal opinion is that the human intelligence cannot be replaced. With
I always feel that.
Yeah. So
You cannot trust AI completely.
Completely.
We've come across many instances where AI has given wrong suggestions, advices regarding many things.
correct.
So I wouldn't recommend like relying on AI alone.
Correct.
Definitely, you need
But,
to
do,
go to
but
a
do you think that the AI technology as such can coexist in this environment?
It can.
Yeah.
It can.
So we can see a future where we will maybe AI tools will come in the clinic desk as
There
well.
are already there like to show the result. Like
Yeah.
how like what kind of result are you expecting
Expecting.
after a procedure?
Yeah.
All that it's still existing.
Exists.
So probably it can be bettered.
I think it
later.
needs to evolve
Correct.
further.
Correct.
I think lovely. I think this discussion has touched upon almost all the points that viewers can really ponder on. And thank you so much for joining this session, Doctor. We are live to you from DermaCon 2026 Bangalore, Day 3. Please stay tuned for more such interesting topics and discussions. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.